Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the Mark with Effort podcast. I am Farid.
I'm Benzo.
Yeah, man, and welcome, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the past few episodes that we've been doing. And remember to subscribe and also like the video and share to the dancers along as well. Yeah.
Right.
How are you doing, Ben? Are you going crazy? Are you going crazy or not?
Not really lah, but pretty bored because I think whatever I've been doing the first month, it kind of gets mundane already, you know, get what I mean? Say, like, and then now the second month, I don't know how am I going to do it again, but but you know, we're going to get through this. It's for the better, you know, it's for what's best, and I think it's just we're just going to get past it, and then we will slowly get back to our normal daily routine, you know.
Yeah, I hope so too. You know, but if you want to like really chill out and just enjoy some music, you should check out our next guest every Sunday. Like he does this live. It's like, dude, I got new songs on my Spotify. Like when I do my Food Panda, bro, I'm on Gloria Tells right now. Like the whole album, I keep listening to him because I don't know who the hell she was. Then I was listening to like his IG live, and like, who the fuck is this person? Damn good. Then dope, bro. So this next person, hey Ben, we got another like hey, you gotta intro this guy, man.
So, all right, man. He shared the same English name as I am, but I really think he contributed a lot to the scene in all ways. So it's none other than Psyk.
Psyk! We got Ben. What's up, Ben?
Ben in the house.
Hi everyone. What's up, Ben?
What's up,
Farid?
Hey.
Yeah, it's good to have you on this week's podcast, man.
My pleasure. It's an honor, man.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, like I just told like you guys about the IG live, and like I'm just saying, you guys gotta check it out. Like I'm not a whacker, but I went to the whacking and I'm like, oh, got the Legend remix all.
It's all about reminiscing and
yeah, man. All right. Okay. So, this month of effort, we're going to kind of like talk a little bit more about you as a dancer, maybe the scene that you are very involved in, and like the DJ stuff. Like I think people that watching, you guys can just check out. I think 5678.sg. They have a talk show that they did about DJing with you and Bolo and like William, if I'm not wrong. So go check it out. It's pretty dope. It's very insightful. And but we are gonna talk to you about dance.
All right, let's do it, man.
All right, Ben, you got first question or you want me to do?
All right, man. I pretty much like, okay, if you don't know, okay, I pretty much like, you know, for I think maybe the newer generation of dancers probably they know Ben is a popper and he's a DJ, but you know, for us, we know that he was with Fuyo. Am I right? When back then, way back then, right? So Ben, like, you know, walk us through your journey as a dancer or before a dancer, like how you started, and you know, to today lah, basically.
OG.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys know, man. I think I mentioned to Farid just the other day that I found it interesting that all of us actually kind of started dance around the same time period, but we actually never really met each other until much later, you know. So it's really interesting for me. My story is quite maybe in a way it's quite typical, but also could be quite different. Dance saved my life. I was going through some pretty hard times in secondary school, but then you know, one of my outlets and refuge was going to the arcades every day. So I used to play Beat Mania lah, DDR lah, Para, all this kind of thing. I used to hang out. I used to hang out at White Sands, right? And that's where I met Victor, B-Boy Victor. Right? Shout out to B-Boy Victor.
Hey. Vicious Victor.
Yeah, Vicious Victor. So that's where I met him. But then after that, like, time zone at White Sands closed down. It was quite shitty. So we basically went to Century Square every day. Like every day I was there, just a delinquent, wasting my life, wasting my time, wasting my money, just going there. But that's where I met people like B-Boy Larry, Old School Larry, Jin Han, rest in peace. And then basically we were all just playing DDR. And we got pretty good at it. I mean, yeah, in our own minds, we were quite good at it. So what we did was we started to travel around Singapore to different arcades, right? Like Plaza Sing, Bugis, Parkway, just to go and challenge those machines and then put our high score names in the machine. That's what made us feel good, you see. But that's where we actually met people like B-Boy Aaron, B-Boy Alex Loon, Big Alex from Fuyo. Yeah,
Wait.
we met all of them from the arcades.
They all DDR also.
Yeah, all DDR.
I cannot imagine Loon do DDR.
Bro, Loon is good, okay? And then all King of Fighters, Street Fighter, this kind of thing. So, so we all used to play these kind of games. And then fast forward. This was like what, 1999? So fast forward towards the end of 99, 98, 99. What happened was, for some reason, and internet was a new thing then. I think Victor or someone in our gang found a video of these Korean DDR players, and they were doing some routine on the machine, and it was mind-blowing. They were doing breaking, they were doing flares on the bar, they were doing cartwheels across, and then still can hit the notes on the screen. They were like, how is this possible? So like, Victor was dead. He's like, I want to be that guy. So he started to learn cartwheels and everything. And then we're like, what's this thing called? So it was like break dancing. We're like, oh, this thing is called break dancing. We want to go learn break dance. We don't know how to learn break dance. So, so what happened? Last time, Century Square, there was a shop, Miss 29. I know still around. So Uncle Bobo, shout out to you, Uncle Bobo. And it's really weird because Miss 29, I don't want to be I don't mean to be to make it like a racial thing, but last time Miss 29, all skaters usually majority Malay. And then usually people who go to arcades are usually Chinese abings. So like it's really weird because we were walking around Century Square because got nothing better to do, right? We walked past Miss 29. We saw a video being played on the TV. And it was a skate tape. But halfway through, there was some breaking inside. And like, hey, this one got break dancing. So we used to watch outside the shop. And like very paiseh, because like one group of abings outside the shop like trying to cause trouble, you know. So one day I walked in, and then just nice Bobo was in that outlet that day because usually he's at Queensway.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually he at Queensway. So I walked in, then I said, Uncle, this tape. Then he like wondering whether I'm here to find trouble. So I said, this tape, can I buy from you or not, this tape? Then he said, can $20. So I went back outside and I was like, guys, we need $20. Can we all just share money? $20. So we got $20. We bought the tape. I brought the tape back home, and my dad's quite a gadget guy. So we had like VCRs on VCRs and LDs and shit. So he had a duplicating machine. My dad could duplicate stuff.
Ooh.
So we used to duplicate the VHS tape. So all of us had a copy of the same tape. And then after that, we got a few more from Miss 29, like Bendable Bananas, all these kind of like really old school tapes. And then we started to watch. Then we were like, I want to try this, I want to try that. And then suddenly someone said something like, actually, you know, Larry can break dance. Larry knows some people in some breakdancing thing. They're like, oh, that's cool, let's go ask Larry. So Larry said, okay, if you all want, we can just try, let's introduce you all. So he introduced us to a crew called Unknown Crew. Really old school. Shout out to Unknown Crew.
No idea, man. Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, really, the name's Unknown Crew. Yeah. So there was like B-Boy Bear, Sub, and then there was this guy called Lokman. So what happened was we used to go to Bedok to session every day just to kind of like session next to Unknown Crew because they're not really our friends. They were like Larry's friends. So we didn't really dare to ask them questions. We just see them, just try whatever. After a while, this whole like all Chinese thing, we were like this whole Chinese group was like a bit weird. Like we don't know what to do with that. Like what is this considered now? Should we be considered a crew? Like do we like now, stop going to arcades and everything? So eventually this dancing thing helped us bring us away from the arcades. To cut a long story short, just brought us away from arcades, and we spent all our time dancing and everything. So there was like Alex, Aaron, myself, Larry, Victor, one more guy called Jeremy, another guy called Jackson. So a few of us. Then there was Jin Han, but Jin Han is now no longer with us. So we used to session until one day we're like, I think we need to have a crew name. We have to make a crew, or to make a crew. Because we need to, like, in order for us to be really like, how should I say? The word is like to be properly knighted as B-boys. We should be like part of the battles and everything. So what happened was Lokman actually helped us. Lokman joined our crew, and then initially we were known as Unite Force Crew. UFC, like every crew last time used to have this word force inside one. Big force, vertical force, unite force, whatever force. Yeah. So we were called Unite Force Crew. Unite because one Malay and all Chinese. So united. So he brought us to this battle at Hougang. Wow, this one is really epic. So it was like our first battle. Like my balls were shrinking, my knees were shaking. It's like this group of like just 5 Chinese guy and then one Malay guy, Lukman, versus one gang of Malay people, like one fucking gang. The Nyonya bike all come down, pope, everything, like easily like 20, 30 people in front of us. Then we're like, what's going on? We don't know what happened. And it's like some heartland place next to Hougang Mall, next to Heartland Mall, then like under some block. But we won because, not because we dope. Like this one I have to admit. We won because the opponent team was constantly changing members. Then the crowd themselves were like, this one is, they had to basically say that, okay, this one is really about integrity. So the Chinese crew win. Like, no name on the Chinese crew win. So we won the first yeah. So after that, what happened was Lukman has his own responsibilities. He kind of left the group. And then in the end, we're thinking, what can we do? Like now that, we've already won one battle, like do we want to just move away from Bedok? Because Bedok is really, it's really unknown crews training ground. We want to find a dome of our own. We have to do things on our own as well. So in the end, we decided, maybe we just come up with a new crew name and we keep it to just a few of us. And then we move forward from there. So the crew name was called Fuyo. Fuyo was at that point of time, the early 2000s, the Fuyo was a slang word.
Yeah.
Like, it was the in word. It's like, wow, Fuyo. Last time really, what, Fuyo.
Yeah.
And then we started to perform, got quite a few gigs. We got into MediaCorp, last time known as TCS. That was how we kind of basically made our name in a way. Like we got newspaper articles published about us and things like that. It was quite interesting. And then I was appointed the leader, even though I was the only popper. And the main reason was because I was more open to, and more articulate in speaking with people and fostering relationship with corporates and all that. So the team just appointed me as the leader. So for a while I was fronting them, but I was the only popper, even though I was up rocking and everything. I really couldn't break. Like my sense of balance is really bad. But I was always really inspired by that one popper in all b-boy crews. Every b-boy crew has one popper. So I was that one guy. But I was going to be enlisted into army. And then year 2003 is when I joined Suntec Dance.
Ooh.
So I joined Suntec. Yeah, this one is really like on a whim one, like super on a whim. So Suntec Dance solo, all of us, we just went. And last time Suntec, the format was, auditions was like once a week for a month. And then anyone who, once a week for a month. And then anyone who passed, all will be like, the top 10 will gather at the grand finals. So I don't know how they select 10 out of 4 weeks. Like if week 1 got 10 people, then only the others. I also don't know how they did it. But we decided to try, right? So we're like, okay, let's just give it a shot. So we went to watch week 3. I think we happened to watch week 3. And then I think Yang Pang, all of us Yang Pang, then Abeng, then all the ego there, like, this one dope man, we all can win, man. Just go and join in, so like, let's go and join solo. Because our crew, as a crew, we weren't that tight yet in terms of choreography and stuff like that. Like it's very like routines weren't really a thing. It was always that showcase solo. So we're like, just go and try solo. So Victor went solo, I went solo, Jackson went solo. I can't remember. I think Larry also went solo. But out of all of us, I managed to get into the finals along with this guy called Jackson. So joined that particular year, and I won solo champion. I also don't know how I just win. I wasn't even in it to win it. Like really, just like just join for fun and do something stupid. I was dancing to the fucking SARS song some more. Like SARS is a virus and you upload shit. I look back at the video. Wow, it's like super cringe. I want to erase that piece of history. I cannot take it. So after I won, I won just as I was about to enlist into army. And then at this point of time also, I think the global scene of b-boys and poppers was also evolving, where poppers were really moving out of the crews and focusing on popping as an art form. And then b-boys, the whole scene changed because that time was like Marionette crew, and like Gamblers crew came out. Then all these crazy like athletic, very gymnastic, very explosive, our move type of
dynamic
b-boys came out. Yeah. So I told the crew that I wanted to go and focus on this thing, so I'm going to step out, because also I can't commit because I'm going to enlist into army. So that's how I left Fuyo. So that's my story of Fuyo lah.
Damn, son.
That's something I will never know is they all met in the arcade.
Bro,
everywhere.
I still cannot imagine Loon doing DDR.
Hey man, anything's possible. Man. I think, but before dance, right? It's just, I think we are all, even me myself, I play DDR and Bar. And I love DDR, man. I love DDR.
I mean, I suck
I
at
don't
it,
know why.
man.
But yeah, I think that's why my foot now good.
Hey, my footwork was pretty okay. No, but it's not about me. It's about Psyk right now. So
No, but I think you just gotta try it. It's nothing beats actually playing on the machine.
dude, I did.
The real machine. Yeah.
Like recently, I did. Like I mean, me, Ben, John, and my girlfriend just went out for fun. Then we were waiting for someone I can't remember. Then we just try out. Then I mean, Ben and John was like pretty good. Then I was like third. Then my girlfriend last, I think. She still.
It was really fun though.
Yeah.
But so like you were in like the b-boy crew, you were only the popper then, but so you learned your popping just through those tapes that you bought from Miss 29.
Yeah, and then whatever I could find after that online. When the internet got a bit better, and then sending emails out, asking my dad, can I borrow your credit card, please? I want to buy this thing. It was quite difficult because, parents always think you're up to no good. Borrowing their credit card.
Right.
So usually the tapes are all like either Miss 29 or sometimes randomly 77th Street. 77th Street used to sell DVDs, VCDs. Which one came up first?
VCDs.
Yeah. So I had a couple. Like I found out about Hilti and Bosch through a VCD from 77th Street.
Oh. Yeah. I used to get like my cassettes, my tapes from Far East Plaza.
Yeah. There's this shop that sells Battle of the Year, everything.
Yeah.
So I used to get the tapes.
I remember that shop.
Then I think they moved on to VCR after that. Yeah, so that also was like, I think I might still have it. I must like search the store and shit. That'd be quite dope.
I think maybe I have it. I gotta go and dig. Maybe I still have. I don't know. I also don't know.
So like at that point of time, like was there anyone else that you saw or knew doing popping?
I didn't really know anyone yet at the point of time. In poly, I knew Michael. Like we met in school because we were all TP together. But who else did I meet? I met Doc Ock before at some random corner. And then there was another guy.
Has to be corner.
At some corner. But there was another guy. His name was like Dr. Poppy. If I see his face, I'll know who he is. But I don't know his real name. I don't know where is he now. But there was one person that taught me a little bit of popping. And this is, it's linked back to one of the previous podcasts that you all did. So we met Dasso. at Tampines. Oh. And this was, I remember very clearly, May of the year 2000. I met Nick Six. And then Nick Six was like, wow, this guy from New Zealand that could do windmills. Like we were like, wow, seriously, big size guy can do windmills, right? Wow, damn crazy. So all went down to go and watch and go and meet this guy. But then Alif of Dasso was there. I think he broke his ankle or something. He was in a cast with crutches. But he was sitting at the side. He was just doing some tutting thing. And I was like, wow, this is quite cool. Like, this guy doing tutting. So I went there and asked him some stuff. So he was like, and I was like really nervous. I don't know how to approach people because at the time still young. Then he was like, oh, this thing called tutting. And I see, you want to do this walk, that walk. So he asked another crewmate of his, I don't know the name. Just say, hey, show. Then I was like watching, they're doing some walking thing. Oh, that's quite cool. So Alif was like really, burned into my mind very, very clearly. Like now, until now, it's like that whole scene is still like as clear as yesterday for me.
Oy.
Yeah.
Wow, this is dope, man. Like, okay, I mean,
the side that we never knew, man.
Like, to be honest, like I think speaking for myself, I'm not sure about Ben, but I don't know the popping scene. Like, I mean, I just
Yeah, me too. I don't know as well.
Yeah, so it's
'cause
just
we all
a-
started in the b-boy scene, ma.
yeah, b-boy scene. Then we got into like clubs. So I mean,
Yeah.
like the school the schools. So that's my scene. Then so like when we talk to poppers, sometimes like okay, we're gonna learn a little bit here and there where it comes from. Like so, like knowing who was before you, who's you. Cause to me, it's like when I think of popping, like let's say the people that early on or like the OGs in my head is like people like yourself and Michael Sim. Then I
Right.
know Doc Ock is like around, but I mean like to me, people that are like pushing the boundaries or pushing the art form, it's only the two of you guys. So
Right.
like I consider you guys OGs. So I don't know like
Yeah.
whether there's people before that, but it's kind of cool to listen to these stories lah.
Yeah,
I
man.
see. Yeah, I guess I never really considered myself as an OG because when I was a kid, right, and I mean like 5 years old, because I grew up in Marine Parade and it was quite near to Parkway. I used to see b-boys when I was a kid at Parkway Parade. And I used
Wow,
to see
it's way
people
back,
doing like
man.
gliding and everything. Yeah, so that was like when I was 5. This is like what, 88, you know? So I never really saw myself as an OG, but maybe the word pioneer would suit better. Of course, I cannot disrespect people who were in the scene, the other b-boys that could do popping, but they never really called themselves poppers. They were still b-boys,
B-boy.
you know? And I believe that the Gen 1 that people would usually recognize is mainly 4 people. Myself, of course, Michael Sim, Doc Ock, and one more guy called Melvin, aka Jedi.
Melvin.
But he disappeared. So yeah, he's in and out. But I would say that I guess the main reason why it's always falling back onto myself and Michael is because out of the 4 of us, only the 2 of us were more active in terms of performing, joining battles, and we were the first that got the opportunity to teach. Yeah, but before that, there really wasn't a scene per se. Like the scene was just us.
Right.
Yeah, there wasn't even a community locally. It's just us. That's it.
I see. So I think this is nice segue. Like, you know, when you say that yourself and Michael is the first 2 to teach. So you were in Oschool and Michael was in StudioWu, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah. So from the people outside, like I just want to know what the scene about. Hearing from the b-boys or hearing from dancers in the club that are into popping. Like last time there was Glenn, there was Terrence, there was like just some people that like to do popping at NRA lah. Then we'll hear about like Oschool Poppers versus StudioWu Poppers. Like there's this heavy rivalry that's going on.
Oi.
But I do not know. So like just give us the lowdown, like what's that about?
Okay, I think this is twofold, and I'm just gonna say whatever. You guys know this is all about airing stuff here, and I'm pretty sure Oschool also wouldn't want to deny it lah. Studio also wouldn't want to deny it. So I think there was already some tension before that. What happened between the whole StudioWu versus Oschool thing was because Ryan Tan was from StudioWu. All of us knew that, but then he moved over to Oschool, and the studio in general in the past now not so much, but in the past it was really very exclusive. Studios were really competitive. Like I want an instructor for me and me alone. Only this person can teach here. So when Ryan, who was one of the people who was really pulling in a lot of students, right, and a lot of revenue per se, left StudioWu to do Oschool, right, it really was a big blow to StudioWu. And you could really see like StudioWu started to crumble bit by bit. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the management, but it's really, I think, Ryan's name itself. And then eventually Oschool had like Brian Lee, you know, they got Carol, Daniel, they pulled everyone over. I think they just saw a new direction. They just wanted to do that. So of course the friction was already there.
Okay.
You know, that one cannot be helped. And students who were like previously really like, I'm pro StudioWu, right? Now they have to think about shit. Now Ryan's in Oschool. Do I want to go Oschool? If I go Oschool, do I come back to StudioWu? Then you actually see students feeling like paiseh. Wow, I go Oschool, I also paiseh. I do not tell StudioWu that I go there. I already signed up my unlimited package here already. How I go Oschool, jalat.
Right.
But regarding the Michael and me, that was also personal beef that we had. Because for a period of time, Michael and I were really, really close friends. But we were teaching. I'm using the words quoting, teaching at a studio, and really from the bottom of my heart, man, fuck this place. It's called UAN. I'm just gonna say the name. UAN, United Artists Network or something like that. They're gone already lah.
Oh, what the fuck happened, man? What's up, UAN?
So this place, right, was it's like, how do I say? It's like almost like a Ocean Butterflies kind of, where they say like we're artist grooming company.
I remember
right?
that.
So the thing is, right, I sign up as an artist, right? Now I want to learn. So let's say, for example, Farid, Ben, and me, three of us, we all want to learn as artists, right? I'm here, I'm interested to be like, for example, I want to be a singer. So I sign up as a singer. And then like they got another person who's a singer, and then someone want to do acting, someone want to do dancing or whatever. But the funny thing is, bro, if I sign up as an artist, right, it means that you also want to be artist, right? You coach me, I coach you, no? Artist coaching, bro.
So like we coach each other.
Yeah. So they actually don't really have any proper professionals.
Okay.
So what happened was, and a lot of people kena scammed by them. My brother also kena scammed by them. My brother went there beatboxing. Dani also went there beatboxing. And so what happened was so Michael, I went to army, and then Michael got involved with this group. So in my first year of BMT, Michael, like I kind of disappeared for a little while. Then Michael said, "Hey, you want to come session again? Just come, like, you know, like I'm now teaching at this studio. Every weekend we could come in session here, you know, like I don't mind lah." But I started a session there, but every time I go session, I have to pay money. I had to pay for studio rental, buy my own drink, everything. So then I young, I don't know. So I went there. Then after a while, Michael was like, "Hey, you know, like they're doing this artist thing. So, you know, want to consider like teaching? Like we can teach a group of people, like people who want to learn how to dance. We can teach them popping and whatever." So Michael and I started taking turns to teach. But even when teaching, right, I still had to pay, no? I still had to pay studio rental. I still had to pay.
Okay.
I still had to pay for drinks and everything because artists teach other artists, ma. So after a while, right, because Michael was the one that showed me, right, so basically things heightened. Every week I was like very frustrated, and then I didn't know how to articulate myself. So this one actually is my fault. I'll be upfront and say it's my fault. I didn't know how to articulate myself very well. So like always had this disagreement with Michael, like why you do this, why you do that, like what's going on with this place? And I never really spoke to the bosses directly. After a while, I got sick of it. I was like, bro, I'm teaching here every week. I'm not getting paid. I'm still fucking paying for using this place. It doesn't make any sense. So after a while, we fell out, but we fell out because I was also the one who instigated the fallout. It's not quite bastard lah. I was sessioning one day, and then Michael came to Esplanade. You know, Esplanade is open space, right? So I already very dulan already. Then in the end, he came over, then he put his back down. Then he said, "Hey, hi, how are you?" Then I just looked at him, right? And then I said, "I got say you can come here session with me, man." I don't know why I did that, bro. I just dulan. I just did it. Then he's like, "Oh, okay lor." So he walked away. Then from that day onwards, right, beef already.
I see.
Yeah, from that day onwards, beef. But many years later on, after a few years in old school, it was during Code Edge.
Whoa,
I remember Code Edge.
It was Code Edge. Yeah. And then so what happened was Esplanade. And this one damn drama, bro. I swear to you, damn drama. You know, Esplanade, when you want to from the
Channel 5 drama already.
Can. This one can. I swear to you, I'm gonna paint it in this way. It's really beautiful one.
Okay,
so it's at night.
man.
It's dark. You know, it's along the river. You know, and then like you know where the open air stage is, right? That theater by the bay, right? Then you want to go at Makatsutra there, the Gardens by the Bay area.
Yes.
So you have to walk that long path, right? So I walked the long path, go to the toilet, come out, coming back. I saw Michael walking this way. Yeah, just two of us on this path, just two of us. Only the park lights, only, bro. It's fucking romantic. Just whoa. Then I was like, it's been so many years by then. It's been so many years. Maybe it's time to squash this beef lah. I already teach at old school for a little while already. Michael already teach at studio for a little while already. I think it's time. So I just like stopped. Then I stuck out my hand. Then he looked at my hand. He said, "What's this?" I thought you don't want to shake my hand. Then I said, "Bro, all I can say is, I'm sorry." Then he shook my hand. Then okay already. So after okay. So, I mean, it's my fault in the first place. I'm the one that started it. So I should be the one to apologize. So after that, then we started talking again. Then I realized actually he also kena whacked by that UAE, and he also never kena paid by them at all.
I see.
So that's probably why it was so difficult, because he trusted them, but I didn't have a direct connection with them. You see, he was working under, and he was like, to me, it's like he's being conned more than I am, because I just talked to him and listened to him. So I also felt quite bad for him that it happened. But yeah, so before, in between the period, I ORD'd, I got approached and invited to teach at Oschool. And then Michael was already teaching at StudioWu. So it was this weird thing. I never said anything to my students about it, but just that people just knew about it. I think it was also because of the whole studio itself, that kind of thing. So there was this beef where a rivalry, after a while became a rivalry, where the Oschool Poppers or those students under me would never want to like go mix and hang out with StudioWu side. They only take my classes and mine only. They never go StudioWu. Then StudioWu one is like, especially those that went on to being the StudioWu elite team, they always stay there, never come and settle with the Oschool side. Yeah. But how things got better between the students, not between me and Michael, because Michael and I, we settled our thing already. It was an initiative that was spearheaded by Marcus and Rachel before they were together. I think they were together before they were married. So they were asking, like, since Oschool already did this KO night thing and everyone could see different talents here and there, wouldn't it be good to improve as a community if, let's approach our studios and see if we can do a alternate weekly thing. Like 1 week at Oschool, everyone comes down to session. Another week at studio, everyone goes to the session. It happened quite a few times, but like a lot of things get in the way, like recital, training, or like performance for show, rehearsal. Yeah, but it started because Marcus and Rachel, especially, particularly those two out of the whole PAP group, they did this initiative. So really, this one is kudos to them. Then it really made everything better, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I will understand like why there was a rivalry, especially with the students, because like students that follow the teachers, they want to protect their name and like, I'm loyal to them. Of course, I mean, that can happen. That happens all the time. Even like we were talking to Andreas also happened also the same thing. Her dancers will like have the rivalry and beef with other people, but she's just cooling off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happens. But it's cool to hear the story. Hey Ben, you got any other questions you wanna ask? Or you want me to lead this thing?
Wait, I have, but my question is towards the end, so you can ask. Yeah.
All right. So like now,
anything one, you want to ask anything, just ask. I don't care one.
All right, man.
All right. Hey, then why did you stop Oschool? Why you left, man?
Oh, okay.
Like, what's the next step for Psyk?
So maybe I should preface it with how I got invited into Oschool in the first place.
Right.
So this was quite an honor for me. So going back to when I won Suntec that year, 2003, Ryan was one of the judges. And I think Sheila was also one of the judges, but I only knew Ryan's name. What happened was I was about to ORD, and it was a crossroads in my life. Do I want to leave army and then start a corporate job? Because I studied electronics engineering.
Right.
And I'm a God-fearing man, so I prayed and I asked for some kind of a sign. And then I asked people like in the scene at that point of time, like Victor was still out in the scene. I asked the friends that I had, I said, if you all know Ryan, right? Or if you go to StudioWu, could you ask him if he's free? Like maybe just, I'd like to speak to him. And I'm not looking for a job. I'm not here to ask him to hire me. I just want to know what is my worth and what is the possibility of someone like me to teach and be a studio instructor, because I have no formal training, never been overseas. I just win Suntec one time only. And I can only do popping, and I don't have a proper teacher. I learn by watching videos and everything. What is my worth in the industry? That's all I wanted to chat with Ryan about. If he were to tell me it's very difficult, I would just give up the dream already. So just nice, all of us go to camp before. I will go to camp. Then whenever like any external contractor come in, someone has to escort ma. So at that point of time, there was an escort that came in to the company line to come and repair the lift. So I had to escort him. Went up to the lift control center. So when he opened the door, right, I was like, wow, this is like paradise. I learned everything in school. Like I know everything here. So he started talking to me in Chinese. He was like, hey, boy, you study what? I said, I study poly diploma. So I said, I'm from Hitachi. You take my card. After you ORD, right, you ORD, finish, you can come try to apply here, then he was telling me all the benefits and everything. So I think, wow, this might be that answer that God is giving me, right? That's nice. So maybe this is my path now. I'm going to probably start somewhere. Maybe Hitachi is a good stepping stone to start my career. But then the very same year, just a couple months later, Melvin, myself, and Doc Ock, we did a free show It was a charity show outside Tampines MRT. We did a performance, a popping performance. It's still on YouTube, on my old YouTube channel. The quality from one potato, it wasn't a potato, bro. But it was there. So what happened was we did Daft Punk, and then when we were done, this guy called Kenny Lowe approached all of us, and then he said, "I've never seen people really doing popping in Singapore. This is what popping, y'all do popping and remind me of whenever I went to the US. I've never seen anyone do it like this in Singapore. This is really amazing. Would you guys be interested in teaching?" Doc Ock wasn't sure. Melvin didn't want. And then I said, "Yes, I want." So,
Very heavy, man.
yeah, so after that, what happened was he asked me for my name. And I said, "My name is Ben." He said, "Hey, I think Ryan wants to talk to you." And I'm like, "What? I want to talk to Ryan." He said, Yeah, you want Suntec, right?" I said, Yeah. He wanted to talk because he heard someone told him that you're looking for him. Let's talk about things. But it's okay, never mind. You all can be instructors together. Then what's going on?
So you
that's how I got
pass Ryan, just go straight to Kenny.
Yeah, I lucked because Kenny saw it.
And the funny thing is, your journey is like supposed to go here, and then suddenly just push and then just go down to the dance side.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't regret it, lah. I don't regret it. So in old school, it was really interesting. Like, I believe it was the first studio that offered full-time jobs for instructors, not like freelancing or part-time. It was full-time, but of course, apart from just teaching dance, you have other responsibilities. So I was in charge of the website. I was in charge of any of the audio things, producing DVDs, video editing, audio editing, things like that. So that was under me. And whenever, during the evening times, you also man the counter, man the cashier. So it was a full-time job. It was quite cool. Worked there, but unfortunately, I think I burned myself out. Old school was, moving forward at a really fast rate, and no disrespect to them in that, but it was getting more and more commercial, too commercial for street dancers, especially the funk styles. And I started to feel like there wasn't any more room for any improvement. There wasn't any room for self-training, because all the time was being used up. And I can understand from a dance instructor's point of view, but at the same time, I also know one of it is my weakness, where if I'm given the chance to do something I love, it's always the excuse, but it's okay, what? You're doing something you love. But the downside is that personally, I was like, maybe I was taking actually less than what I'm supposed to get. Maybe I'm struggling to get by every day just because of the premise of I'm doing something I love. So that was one thing. And then old school also has these like courses, and then they came out with a really cool way of a syllabus at that point of time. I'm pretty sure things have changed now, but they had like a level 1 course, level 2 course, level 3 course, and it was always the same like 8-week course. So like imagine, right, in 1 year, you teach 3 courses throughout all these 12 months. You basically teach estimated about 5 of each course per year. Times I was there for 4 years, 5 years. So the same shit over and over again. Then at the same time, other things like, for example, creative control over an art form, right? Like, old school was well known to create really stunning, really different type of recitals, but it was more like a conflict of creative agreement, where I felt that a dance recital is actually a platform for students who give them a platform to dance, perform, and also like to share with their friends, call their friends and family, come and watch. It's more like a cozy thing, and then people can actually see the dance style. But old school was really about performance quality, high quality, this and that. So they were starting to audition students, and then I realized that the students who were maybe very passionate but not as good at dance or not as good at catching choreography, they weren't given a chance, and it was like people who weren't poppers were able to take the popping item, or people who weren't like, for example, who weren't like Broadway could take the Broadway just because they are more apt in dancing, in movement. And I don't see anything wrong to create for that. If you want to create a really good performance piece, that's great, but maybe not under the guise of a recital. That was my belief at that point of time, you see. And I felt that, you're doing a show, but if, let's say, for example, popping, I want to be able to use this particular type of music and dress a particular type of way. but I can't because it has to fit within your show's requirements. So it was like totally clashed. So I did it one final time and I said, I can't do this anymore. So all these feelings were in me, but I never really had that true, I can't say balls, but really like no real drive to just say, hey, I'm done. Because there was no backup plan for me, you see. If I leave, I also don't know where to go. But just nice, I was given the opportunity to open up Sexy Diamond in Singapore. So that was my main out. Yeah, that was my main out. Found a business partner and I said, okay, I'm doing this. I'm putting my heart and soul, take all my savings, everything, throw into it, and I'm going to leave Oschool. So that's the reason why I left. Yeah, all these feelings and everything were motivating me, but Sexy Diamond was the actual final catalyst to say, let's just do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. Like you know, as an artist for yourself, in terms of like how important popping culture is with you, in like it doesn't fit lah. I can see that how it doesn't fit. I understand. I think it's a great story, and also like I think it's a great segue as well in terms of culture. So this is something I think we all three can discuss about because all three are involved in this next topic that we're going to talk about. It's the Bobby mileage incident that I wasn't around because I was at the airport trying to pick up Lau Beniga. So for the viewers out there, so this is what happened, right? So I was involved in were you involved, Ben, in that swag up? No.
The one that's YMCA and no, I'm not involved.
Okay, so there's a event called Swag Out last time, and
but I was there. I was taking class.
Oh, you were in Carl's class?
Yes. And then we suddenly heard something and we're like, oh shit.
All right. So
oh, you were there. Okay.
So I wasn't there.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, I'll set the story up for the viewers. So this happened. There was basically Carl Hanagami, Lau Beniga, and these kind of people, like they come down to Singapore to teach classes. And in that point of time, the classes are labeled as hip hop classes. Those are the older times. But basically it's just, you know, same thing like bringing instructors down for Singaporeans to learn like from their favorite choreographers or whatnot. So what happened was apparently a black dude came up to the studio the studio itself, and from what I heard made a commotion in saying that like, no, this is not hip hop like what you guys are doing, right? And comes along with him is another group of Singaporeans, I heard, then basically created a big hoo-ha in terms of like saying like this is not hip hop, while somebody else's event is happening, somebody that is paying money and people are trying to have a good time there learning stuff, then somebody else coming in and just like telling you, oh, this shit is wrong, making a big commotion about it. So that guy is Bobby Mileage, and so that happens. So we're gonna talk about that and like why did it happen? Like Ben, I think you were a part of it. I think, did you bring him down or somebody else brought him down?
No, I was already out of the studio by then, but I heard and I wasn't surprised that he would have done it. Like honestly we didn't know that Swag Out was downstairs until later on. I think halfway through his own workshop, he was taking a workshop upstairs. So y'all booked basement 1 and we booked level 9.
Yeah.
And at that point of time, you know, was this whole, I guess it's like, what is hip hop? What is real hip hop? And it was this era when there's, I guess the term new style hip hop and LA hip hop was like,
they call it LA hip hop.
Yeah, really LA. And I can understand why people would have called it LA hip hop at that point of time. But then, you know, people who really were like following the older generation and getting the flavor and stuff like you know what I mean, like really into that flavorful side, people who follow the Japanese side or what they call it New York side or whatever, then guys, oh yeah, some OGs are here, right? So you follow the OGs and everything, then the OGs will say, but hip hop is hip hop, there's no other term to it, there's no such thing as LA popping, there's no LA locking, it's just called that. So hip hop is hip hop. And why we call this hip hop is because we dance to hip hop music, we don't dance to anything else. You know, so we brought Bobby down because we were hungry. A few of us, myself, DT, Rahim, Fong, CK, mainly 5 of us that brought Bobby down. How did we even bring it out? I also cannot remember. Yeah. I can't remember. But we brought him down, asked him to teach. So it was really like the education of us, like, oh, okay, so we had like names of moves and everything. Like it really was, it agreed with me personally and agreed with a lot of lockers because each move that we did had a name. You know, that kind of like ballet. Like every move has a name, like pirouette and things like that. So
Yes.
when we found out, oh yeah, hip hop also has a name. So then we wanted to learn from the source. So we brought him down. So the message was simple. It was, don't call it hip hop if you're not doing hip hop. Can you do a hip hop dance? What is a hip hop dance? Can you do this move? Can you do that move? Do you understand it? What kind of music are you doing too? Where's your groove, your bounce, your rock, your skate, your roll? That kind of things. That's the main thing. But Bobby's approach was rather, in my opinion, it was a bit too strong. And I want to also say it's not a good approach. Definitely not. But it's just that I believe that for him, and I'm not defending him, but I believe
it's just a discussion, bro. That's how we feel.
Yeah, man.
I'm not defending him because he's his own action. Right? No one said, "Hey, Bobby, go downstairs and tell them." Like he just wanted to do it by his own.
Yeah.
So he's like, I want to, like if let's say if we switch our roles, right? If let's say for example, if Carl was teaching Benzo, and then Carl said, "Hey, I want to go upstairs and have a word with them. I really want to go. Bring me up." Y'all will say no, man. Very difficult, you know what I mean? Like really quite difficult.
No, I would strongly disagree.
Right?
Okay, because I personally actually I have the balls because the thing is, okay, if you guys you're from the US or you're this big guy, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like the thing is, like if you are in my place right now, if there's someone downstairs that I know is having an event or whatever, we don't clash it. Like I'll ask them, what do you want to do? Right? So for me, I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but I really don't care about who they are. Like if they the way I speak to them, like they're not happy, then we can talk about it. Like be professional about it, right?
Yeah. So we just like maybe wait for the whole thing over. Maybe like just want to have a word or two.
Yeah, like if let's say Carl did go down like that and say like that, then I will just pull him back. Yeah, I apologize. Hey, you gotta cool it down, man. Like I'll be on the supporting side where I'm gonna push him back. Hey, you can't do this, man. Like we can have a conversation, but we can't just like knock on somebody's door and just trash them out. Like what you guys are doing are wrong. Having a conversation is okay, but don't disrespect me like that and disrespect my customers like this. I'm like, what you trying to do? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So I agree what you're saying because I'm coming from a perspective where I'm not thinking about people who paid. I'm not thinking about whether it's run by another event. Like for me, it's like if I was there and Bobby told me I want to go downstairs, I'll be like, you want to go? I'll probably be like, you want to go. I don't want to be a part of what you want to do because whatever happens, you have to take responsibility. But of course, he will feel that he's responsible because to him, I feel that to him, he's like, he already feels that at that point of time, he's carrying this hip hop name with him and he needs to do the right thing. He needs to be hip hop, I am hip hop and I will go downstairs and I'll represent and I'll educate. And then the whole hoo-ha happened, right? And I found out about it when I'm at home. And I'm like, what is going on? This Bobby really siao. And I'm like, wow. So I bopian, right? I had to write that post. The super long post is still up on my Facebook.
Yeah, you even make a video, right? There was like you video him or something like that.
I don't think I videoed Bobby.
But it's like
I interviewed him, but I didn't really ask him about what he was doing. But what I did was I listed down and I tried to approach it from a more, how do I say this? I can't really say neutral, from a more calm position to also try to educate lah. At the point of time, I also have to say, I also agreed that, yeah, man, this thing shouldn't be called LA hip hop. I also was quite in that camp of this is not hip hop and this is hip hop and this is not hip hop, this is hip hop. But I also will admit, I grew out of that phase. Yeah. So at that point of time, the feelings were really rife, and I can understand. Like I said, I can understand what he was trying to do. And if he wanted to do it, he would have done it. I would have let him do it. I wouldn't care. It wouldn't be my tai chi. And yeah, I'm not as level-headed to go and think about, oh yeah, these people are actually having an event. Let's not trash our event.
Yeah, so I mean, like for the viewers out there, like in this story, like this is, I don't know, maybe this is where the turning point, or like it's a pivotal point in, I feel, in dance in Singapore versus like hip hop dancers and people that do studio, basically
Choreography lah.
choreography stuff. Cause like it was used, everything was hip hop. Like there was no other names about it, and slowly like in time, after people like understand, okay, what is accepted, what is not. Even now, to be honest with you, like you call it urban choreography or urban dance whatsoever, but hip hop is urban. You can't ask Mr. Wiggles about it. Like he talked to RP about it. Like it's like, so what's label, and what I'm trying to say. So as long as like whoever that's kind of like teaching right now or like leading like the dancers movement now, know what's right, know your history, and educate the kids, let the kids make some mistakes. Like even now, dude, like this is like versus like purists versus innovators in a sense. In my opinion, like especially now in the even recently in the light feed community, I have someone from a studio that teach a routine, and he also learned light feed from somebody, but he incorporated into his choreography, right? But he got flamed by one or two light feed dancers that just got to learn, like, hey, this is not light feed, you can't do this shit. Like, all right, I mean, it's gonna always happen, I feel, with every new styles that gets popular in Singapore.
Yeah, once you put a label to it, people are gonna fight about it. And it didn't help because also our teachers, I can't say it didn't help lah. Maybe it was kind of a misguided sense of purpose, maybe. Because like Buddha Stretch is one of my teachers, right? And I really respect him in terms of knowledge, and he would not have done it the same way as Bobby did. Like if anything, Stretch is one of the most respectable people. He is opinionated, and he's very firm about his facts and truths, but he's not confrontational in that sense. He's the kind of guy that, exactly like what you say, Farid, he will speak to you after and he want to clarify things. But one of the things he shared with us is always, it's okay to have beef. Basically, what beef is, it means that there is something that you believe in and you're fighting for it. So, with that knowledge, and then Bobby has this thing, then we had this misguided sense of, we need to also go and teach people what is hip hop. But that was one of the incidents that drove me to want to go to New York. Because at that time, I haven't go to New York, what? I also don't want to say, wow, I also hip hop. Never even smell the land of hip hop. You go and call yourself hip hop.
All of us say hip hop at heart. Also, I never been there, but man,
we were quite close lah, but not close.
Yeah. You're at LA side, right? I should go LA lah. Popping all LA. We all change. I think we need to change.
Yes, yeah, popping that side, bro. Where you going, man? Okay, hey, dude. Actually, like I got a few more questions, but we already like 53 minutes, man. God damn.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
I feel it's insightful and fun to just hear what Ben has to say. Like I didn't even know a lot of things.
Yeah.
Different perspectives. Cool, I also wanted to know your perspective as well. Like I never spoke to anyone about this situation, this whole Bobby situation. I never spoke to anyone outside of that circle.
Right.
So it's really to hear your opinions. Like I will apologize, maybe not on behalf of Bobby, but on behalf of like the rest of us, like DT, Fong, CK, Rahim. I'll apologize for all that thing that you all went through.
Man, that was way back, man. Yeah.
Bro, like because of this, right, it really made us like have this friction with anyone doing routine. It just naturally got this friction. For what, yeah. We have friction with SFB, have friction with Futsina, have friction with the whole of NRA, all this kind of thing. Like, what for? What for? Like because of someone else who did something. Then we were like, this is hip hop, no, this hip hop. But now you look back, now everyone also quite okay already. Everyone also understand each other's world.
Yeah, I think everyone just like appreciate every dance styles and respect like their cultures and stuff like that. I think now it's much more like relaxed lah, I would say.
Yeah, but I would also say I think looking back, it's actually kind of fun where you know that there's so many passionate people, like
man.
A lot of passionate people willing to fight for something and like
for what they believe lah.
Yeah, what you believe in, yeah.
Yeah, so like for people nowadays, hey, fight, man. Fight. All right. Okay, so I don't think I can ask anymore because no more time. Hey Ben, you got your question, right?
Okay. All right. Okay. So
We will finish off with this lah.
Actually, I
Okay,
don't
so
mind
like-
extending. If you're okay, I'm okay. But if really you have to cut, I'm also okay. Anything.
we have to cut soon. We have to cut soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
But last question. So like in terms of like I think I really want to know what you're up to right now.
Up to
But
right
I know
now.
you're still actively sessioning.
Dude, he
Like
just
DJ,
competed last
but-
year, right? At RF Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He competed at the hands
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we know that you're still actively in the dance scene. Yeah, but yeah. So like, what are you up to right now? And do you have like anything like in your mind that you want to do, or like a project and stuff like that?
Actually, no, guys. I'll be honest with you, right? I'm just doing my thing. Like I work a full-time job. I'm a project manager in a UX design agency. And then like DJing is a hobby, like a really passionate hobby. Dance, because I got burnt out, I for a period of time I hated dance. Like I really just didn't want anything to do with dance. And
I
that
feel you,
really
man.
was quite sucky. Yeah, right?
We
All
feel
of
you,
us.
man. We feel you.
Wow, fuck, man. So after I discovered all the interesting things that I do, like I discovered Nerf guns, right? For a period of time was really, I still am,
Yeah.
still.
Oh shit! I
Bro.
remember that phase. You were like,
Bro,
you,
I got Nerf guns, I got knife, I got a lot of shit to ask, bro, but
you modify the Nerf guns like you're ready for war, man, and you still go for like some Nerf thing and like some zombie thing.
Yeah.
It's
That
all
was
on your
really-
YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I run a total of 3 YouTube channels. One is quite inactive. That's a dance one. So I try to keep everything separate. There's a channel called Average Singaporean. That's more like for my knives and for the EDC stuff, everyday carry. It's a very guy thing, like torchlights, wallets, paracord stuff, knives. And then one is for Nerf that is also quite inactive, but I guess I post a video every few months. That one does very well. The channel does very well. But it was because of this Nerf thing that I realized again, I used to have the same passion and joy for dance, but I'm having it in this stupid toy gun thing. So I really fell in love with it. But because of that, I and running the shop then, Sexy Diamond, was when I was introduced to DJing. And then I realized, I think maybe I'll just keep these things that I really enjoy as hobbies. I don't want to make them a job anymore. It's
Right.
things that really make me happy, and it's an outlet for me. So right now,
Yes.
what I'm up to, a session when I feel like it, play modify a Nerf gun when I feel like it, record a video and do some review when I feel like it, DJ every Sunday. Because right now, especially during this period, all of us locked at home, right? I realized that the act of clearing my table, setting up my whole set, setting my camera on, then live streaming for 2 hours, talking shit with people, and then when you're done, right, turning on the lights again, taking everything down, giving back. It's like kind of like closing this week for me. So it's like a mental state to restart my week. Okay, next week we're gonna start working here at this table again, and then producing music is as and when. I realize that one thing I hate myself for is the more I learn about music production, the more I learn about different sounds and mastering and everything, the more I start to be very particular about the things that I make, that I really hate a lot of stuff that I put out. So like, do something, cannot get what I want, throw away. Do something, throw away. So like, so right now it's just like, just whatever.
Nice. Wow,
Damn,
that's
son.
cool, man.
yeah, man, just doing what you love, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I think it's the
yeah.
best. Yeah.
All right, okay, so I think we're gonna end it off with just some like quick fire questions. So
Sure.
I think I have 5 of it. So I'll just ask you.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, simple one, easy one. All right, okay, here we go. Song and artist that you're listening to right now that's on repeat.
Song and artist that's on repeat. Oh my god, shit. 浪子回头 by Eggplant Egg. It's a Hokkien song.
Okay, I will look up some eggplant song.
You probably will know. You know that song that goes hun chiki 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 re tiam. You know that song?
Yeah, I heard it before. I
Yeah.
heard it before.
It's on repeat now. Just open YouTube, is there.
Okay, dancers you recommend us to watch right now?
Wow. Oh my god, shit. recommend you to watch right now? Any particular genre or style?
Anything.
Yes, any particular.
Or anything? Jin
Anything.
Funk in the Heart for popping.
Jin.
His name is Jin, Jin. Jin Funk in the Heart. Funk in the Heart. Yeah, Korean
Funk in the
popper. Recently,
wow,
I was like,
okay.
wow, this fella, wow, mind blowing. Okay.
Okay. Shows that you're binge watching right now.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I watch a lot of shows, bro. No real binge watching. No real binge watching. Okay, I don't watch shows. I watch a lot of anime. Like just episode by episode.
All right,
by
man. Anime, let's go.
Anymore.
Anymore.
Yeah, anime.
Right now in season Tower of God and BNA, brand new animal.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay,
The
last
anime
anymore. Last two questions.
Any more question?
Last two question. First thing you're doing after this quarantine is over,
I'll cut my hair.
dude. Just do it yourself, man. Dude, I did it myself that day. It's fun, very fun.
Oh, long sia, abeng sia. Look at this shit.
Hey, this one some para one, some para hair. Okay, last one. Who you think can push the popping scene now in Singapore?
Push up. Like as in leadership or fame? Like recognition? Which one? Like as in leadership to push the scene to grow or recognition?
I would say leadership.
Leadership.
You can name a group or you can name a person that you think that's the person.
Wow.
Who will you champion?
Who I champion? I still say Marcus and Rachel at this point of time. Yeah, I still say it's them. Yeah, because they're the only ones really still actively trying to unify everyone. Yeah, the most I think they are most fitting for that particular role in terms of their behavior, their outlook, and the way they are perceived by everyone as well. I think that's very important. They have a natural, innate, wonderful people skills that they don't even realize that they do probably. Yeah.
All right, man. Good, man. That's dope. This has been wow. I think it's one of the most fun podcasts that we did.
And we only talk about like 2 or 3 questions already.
No, a lot, man. The stories are dope.
But the stories are dope. The stories are dope. That's why.
It's my fault lah. I talk too much. That's
the thing. That's the thing. When I don't know why, but I feel like it happens like with Felix as well. Like, you know, when he's like talking about the past, we were just like very listening, like, oh, wow. Like things that you don't know. So like it's very intruding. Like, man, I want to listen more than I want to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
Yeah, so it's been really fun, man. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, really appreciate you, bro. Anything you want to shout out or plug?
I'll plug you guys. But it's already on your channel, so...
Yeah, there we go, man.
All right, everybody, do follow Ben on all 3 of his YouTube channels. And also on his Instagram, because he be DJing and like, come on, you just gotta love
until
the music.
This whole circuit breaker is over.
Yeah, if it's over, I don't know if I'm still gonna do it. I might. I don't know.
Yeah, we see
how.
Yeah,
so we never know. So stay tuned to his page for more like all these like fun times. Yeah.
All right, thank you, brothers. Okay, we're gonna sign out right now. So I'm Farid.
Thanks, guys.
I'm Ben, and we have Ben.
All right, see you guys. Peace.
Thanks for having me, everyone. Good night. Peace.
Good night.